Okay, I'm just waiting for everybody to come on. I'm about 5 minutes early, so we will just gotta figure out where my camera is. Hang on a second. Let me adjust this just a second. Just for my little old face. Let me get in the square some. Let's see. No, we don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. Okay, there we go. I am early, so we'll just sit here and wait for everybody to come on. It is 5 minutes till, so we still have some time. And once you come on, if you're not on YouTube, on Facebook, then if you don't mind, please go ahead and put your name in the comments when you make a comment the first time around if you want, so that I'll know who I'm speaking to. And we'll just give it till about 7-ish, and then we'll get started. Now I'll just sit here and wait. Excuse me. Yep, it says we're live. It's gonna look a lot like spring. I love this little playing in the rain stamp set. This is cute. I need to work with this some more. But I like the carrots, which is what we're going to be working with this evening. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for you all to pop on. Well, hello there from Texas. How are you? How's everything going? Oh, we need that, don't I? I'm getting ready to put my catalog away. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, my goodness. So I'm here a little bit early, but that's okay. I've got everything done. I took a picture. Hello, Karen Jo. I took a picture of my dog. She was laying under my table with her head. The chair, you know, has little slats that go across, you know, like this or whatever. And she had her head in the middle of the chair on top of those slats. Looked like she was in jail. So I took a picture of it and sent it to my husband and said, I think she's put herself in jail or timeout or something. I don't know what in the world she was doing, but it was so cute. So, oh my goodness. Hey, Karen Jo, you're, aren't you about 2 hours from me? And the reason I'm asking is yesterday I got up and my phone decided it didn't want to open. It was a black screen and I couldn't figure out, you know, what to do. And I'm having this panic attack because, you know, you need your phone, right? I'll have to post it. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, I can't show you on my phone. I'll post it because my phone's hooked up already. But you know how I got on the computer and was trying to check my email and stuff. Of course, you can't do anything because they want to send you, you know, a link, right? So I'm having this panic attack, and so we have Spectrum, which we've had in the villages for years, and we've got a really inexpensive program. We only pay for the two of us $28 a month. And we each get 1 gig of data. So we looked in the phone, you know, Google to see where the closest Spectrum was. Well, guess what? They're in Bradenton. I said, I am not driving 2 hours. So, oh my gosh, we ended up driving around. We finally ended up at Best Buy, 2 hours, and they were having problems trying to get us hooked up. It was going to cost us like $65 more than what we were currently paying. Well, actually, it's probably more than that. But anyway, so finally I told the guy, I went to the Geek Squad and asked the guy, I said, is there any way you think you might be able to unlock, somehow get my computer, my cell phone? I was telling him what I did. He did something with his phone, opened my phone. I was like, oh my God, I love you. So, hi, Kathy Burns. So anyway, so we were talking to the salesman. He was doing this, trying to help and everything. And finally, I just said, look, since we're having issues trying to get our phones hooked up, we're just going to go and, we'll think about this and we'll come back later. We figured, I know. So we figured, well, hell, since my phone's open, we're not going to change our plan because we've got such a great plan. And it just made me so aware of how much we're tied to those damn cell phones. And I hate to cuss, but it's crazy. So every time, you go on the computer, if you're on your iPad or computer, then it's got to send you a code to your phone so you can get into anything. It's just craziness. It's just crazy. So we decided, forget it. We're not going to deal with that crap. Now I know, I think what I did is to unlock it, you push like the right side once, you just push and let go, and then the left side, and then something else. And I guess I must have been pushing it and holding it too long, so it kind of got the thing all boogered up and it didn't know what it was doing, so it just froze up. Oh, I was about to have a panic attack. But anyway, so, God, Lord. But, it is crazy the way we are just tied to technology, It's just craziness. So, anyways, we're going to give it a couple more minutes for everybody to come on. I'll post a picture of the dog when I'll either do it tonight or in the morning. But she's sitting there with her head. She's like this, like she's in jail, sitting in the chair, and it's the chair. Oh my God, she's just so funny. She's such a goofball. So, have y'all been crafting and making cards and all that fun stuff? Today's the last day of celebration, So I'm going to go over all that too. Last minute, you got till 11:59 Mountain Time. So you got till like midnight, right? No, 11:59, 12. They're 1 hour. No, what are they? 2 hours? No. Yeah, they're 2 hours behind us. So Geek Squad is near UTC Mall, and I'm north of that. Gotcha. It just, I told Chuck, I said, well, hell, for the time we spent we went to Target first because he wanted to look at some other plan. And then ended up going to Best Buy. I said, for that, I could have driven to Bradenton and back. Well, maybe not if it's 2 hours, but still, it was just crazy. So, anyways. All right, well, people are slowly popping in. So I'm going to go ahead and do my little spiel. And then we'll get started. These cards shouldn't take that long to do. Actually, they're pretty easy cards. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down and just go over the celebration, which I'm sure most of you all know, and those that may be lurking that don't, like that's probably what I do a lot. I lurk a lot. Oh, I forgot to get my ribbon scissors. Hang on. While I'm talking, let me grab my scissors. Hold up. I knew I got up at one point to get them, and then I got sidetracked. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, okay, so celebration, yeah, it's working, thank goodness, because I was having like a major panic attack. And my husband doesn't do, he doesn't do Facebook. He's one of those, I don't want people to know, yeah, whatever. So he's a real private person, and anyways, he doesn't do any of that mess. But that's okay, that's for him, that's not for me. But that's all right. But anyway, so celebration is, today is the last night or the evening. You've got until 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time to get, if you're going to place any orders, to take advantage. And I am using the Thanks a Bunch stamp set. So I haven't used it, but I've really made some cute, I thought I made some cute cards. And they're pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down. And hang on a minute. I got to remember how to do this. I'm always afraid now I'm going to cut myself off. So I actually ordered today. I went ahead and got that punch, and I got these masks. So I may use some of those masks because we used those masks before and they were fun. So I got those two things coming in. So anyways, that's just for those of you that, good evening from Idaho. So that's just a reminder that you've got a couple hours to take advantage if you have any orders that you need to place. And then, and also, while I'm talking about this, well, and this too, this is my February. I haven't gotten March's grid yet for the March tutorial bundle, so I'm still showing February's. But when you place a $50 order through my online store and use the host code, which is new, it's this one right here, TJ2ZUMKK. And when you use that host code, then I will send you the card kits from the evening, and you'll also get this tutorial emailed to you. And then right now, today, if you order, you'll obviously qualify for Celebration, which ends tonight. So just keep that in mind. And then, of course, you've got the booklet, and we're going to use the Thanks a Bunch carrots. And if you don't have a catalog, you might as well just go online and look at it, because after today, this one I keep, because I always keep for reference when it comes to stamps, but you can just toss them after today. So, and then the other thing I thought I'd let you all know, I've got a class that I just put out. I haven't put it on Facebook. I did an ad, and it was approved an hour, I don't know, maybe 2 hours ago. I'm doing an online class, meaning that you have the option to get the bundle, the kits, all of the cardstock and stuff that I'll punch out and all that good fun stuff. Or you can get just, if you don't want the bundle, you can get the stamp set, because then you can always fussy cut, right? Or you can just get the kits and all the stuff that comes with that. Or you have a fourth option of purchasing the just the tutorials. And there's 5 cards we're doing, so there'll be 5 videos and 5 PDF tutorials. So I will post this information tomorrow, or if not, maybe this evening on the page. No, I'll probably do it in the morning on the page, because if I do it tonight, I'll probably get lost in the shuffle. So I'll post it in the morning so that you all, in case you're interested, and it will close out on March 8th. And then in about 2 more weeks after that, I'm going to use the bunny, I don't even know what the name of that one is. The Easter Bunny, but the punch is on back order, but I figured if nothing else, for the Easter Bunny, I can punch the bunny, and then if you have the stamp set, you can always stamp it, right? Or you can color it with your blends or whatever. So I'll get this out tomorrow. It's a really neat, easy class. We're going to be using this stamp set and the lovely linen designer paper. You'll get a half a package of that. So anyways, thought I'd throw that out there. And then tonight we're working with we're going to do the last celebration. So we're going to work with the Thanks a Bunch. And if you saw my picture earlier, you'll see that we're using it, we're making carrots, and then one way we're going to turn them around and make them trees. So just to give you some ideas, if you have the stamp set, how you can use it for different things, to give you some different ideas. So it has 19 stamps, and it's a 2-step stamp. This is, in case you don't know, this is, you stamp on top of the carrot to give it the kind of like the ridges of the carrot. And then this one here is the same thing for this one. I actually like a dodo. I thought, I was looking at it like this. I thought, well, I could use that for grass, which you really could when you think about it. You could kind of make it look like grass. And then you got the little bunch of carrots here, and you got some leaves and some other stuff and hearts and some other, and then some really nice sentiments. And I'm not quite sure what those dots are, but anyways, that's what we got. So we're going to be working with that. And then the first card I'm going to work with, we're going to use this little bunny rabbit. So he's going to come in and play with the carrots. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And then those that come on, if you don't mind, if you're new to my channel, or if you like what you're watching this evening, if you'll make sure that you share my video, I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and subscribe, so that way you'll get notified anytime I update or upload a new video. All right, so this is the card that we're going to make this evening. Let me pull this back a little bit towards me. Isn't this cute? And these cards are really easy, so we're going to probably be out of here pretty, we probably won't take long this evening, which might make up for last week. But isn't this the cutest thing? So you know you can make your own background paper, right? So if you're in a pinch and you don't find any paper that you like, then just use your stamps and create your own. So maybe one class will do that. Maybe one class will just, I'll pull in some stamps and we'll just make our own background paper. That would be fun, right? Okay, so we're going to start out with a piece of, I'm going to set this off to the side. I'll put him right there. We've got a piece of crumb cake, which is 8.5 by 5.5. And let me pull in my Stampin' Trimmer so that I can go ahead and score it the proper way. So I'm going to line this up at 4 1/4 and make sure it's straight from top to bottom. And we're going to do 4 1/4. I think that's right. You're at 4 1/4. Yeah. You know, when you put it in the trimmer, sometimes it looks a little off. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fold that. And we're going to give this a burnish with my bone folder. All right, and then we have our piece of basic white, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. That's the piece that we're going to stamp our carrots on. And then I'm using pumpkin pie, and this piece here is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 for that. And then of course this basic white's going to be 1/4 down, so it's 3. This one's going to be 3 inches by 4 1/4. All right, so that's going to have our bunny stamped on it. Here is where we're going to do our carrots. So I'm going to pull in pumpkin pie, and we're going to also use garden green for our stems. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I think I'm just going to use the little carrot. The big one's a little too big. So I'm just going to start randomly, and there's no right or wrong way, right? So you can stamp however you want to do this. I'm going to stamp off the page some because you don't want them all on the edges. You want them stamped off some so it doesn't look kind of stark, right? So I'm just going to start in the corner, and again, there's no right or wrong way. And I'm just going to come in and just start doing some little twisties, you like that? Some little twisties in here. And I'm going to come off the page some, and then I'm going to come this way, and I'm going to come down here, and I'll come up this way just a little bit. Let me see. No, we'll do this way. And I'm just going to randomly do it. It doesn't matter. The inside, you're really not going to see much, right? Because we've got the white part and the pumpkin pie. I think I need to ink this thing. Hang on, let me get my ink. There we go. So I'm just gonna stick them on here, and then we'll start placing them where we can start putting their leaves on here, right? Because we want to have some of their tops on them. So I'm just gonna poke some of these in here. I probably should have come up a little bit. Actually, I don't like that. Let's flip it over. I don't like that. Hang on. Let me do it. Let me do it this way. I'm talking and getting too excited. So, all right, we're going to put one there. Because I want to get some tops on the head so it doesn't look like I've got no carrots with any tops on them, right? So we'll turn this one this way. And we can put a little bit there. And we'll do one here. And then we'll put one right about here. Because we've got to make sure we leave room to get the green in there, right? So we'll come here. And then I'm going to come this way. I think I'll come down this way. Maybe I'll put a little one right here. And again, you know, it's whatever you want to do. There's no right or wrong way to put your carrots on here. And I'm going to come down this way and put some like that, and put some up here. We'll put some about like at an angle. I know it's looking kind of messy, isn't it? And then we'll just come back this way some. And then that way we've got, we'll put there. Kind of get them clumped together like they're in a bunch, right? And then we'll do this one. Whoops, I got to get some ink on that, don't I? And we'll do about like that. And I think that's going to cover, yeah, so we'll be good. All right, so now I'm going to come back with my garden green. I'm going to add my stems to this. Let me just wash this little guy off. And then we'll come in with garden green, and we're going to use this little tiny the little twiggy thing for the small carrots. Can y'all see? I don't even know if you can see that. Let me put some ink on it. Can you see that now? That's what we're gonna, whoop, let me do it that way. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna I'm just gonna randomly come in here and just stamp right where the carrot is. Isn't this cute? This is just a fun little fun thing to do. And see, you can just dress up your paper. And we'll put one right here. And put one right here. So we're just going to add our little tops to our little carrots. And kind of dress up our back of our paper. And if you want more carrots, you know, we can always fill in the lines if we want to have a fuller batch of carrots in here. But I think once we get, I'm going to turn this so I can come in here. And I think once we get everything on there, it'll be fine. We might want to come back and fill in some of those because those are some kind of large gaps there. So we may come back and do that. Actually, let's see. Do we want to do that? Well, let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I think, no, this doesn't have as much green showing, does it? So let's do this. Let's put, let me do a couple more. I'm going to have them coming up so that I can put their little top to it. So I'm going to put one like right here, which we're not going to see that, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to stick one there because I'm going to get some green in here, right? And then we'll put one over here. All right, so let's put some green on these little guys because they're going backwards. And then we'll have some green to them, right? And we'll do this one. And then we've got this one here. And it's really, you know, there's no right or wrong way. Just do what you want. And if it looks empty, we can always just put a couple of sprouts off the edges if we want, because it could be that there's a carrot hanging off the edge somewhere. We'll just do that. We'll kind of fill in those a little bit. You know, because it could look like a carrot's coming off. We'll put one down here. Okay, I think that's good. We don't want to get too crazy. And those are going to be hidden anyways. So you don't have to worry about too much about the center part because, you know, obviously they're not going to see that. So let's get that out of the way. All right, now we can go ahead and we're going to stamp I'm going to set this off to the side for just a minute. And then we'll come back and glue everything together. But I need to stamp my rabbit, and we're going to stamp him using the Memento Black. So let me get him, and then we're going to use some watercolor markers. Not watercolor, I'm sorry, our Stampin' Blends. I don't know what I'm thinking. And we're going to stamp this little guy right here towards the bottom because we're going to put a sentiment on the top. All right, so we got him all nice and pretty. All right, and I'm pulling in, I've got Pumpkin Pie, light and dark, because we're going to color his jacket. And I've got Pool Party for the water. And then I'm going to color him with Crumb Cake, and I'm going to use the dark one a little bit more than I did on this one. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think the background looks cute like that. Look at that. This one anyways, this one looks a little bit better. This one I got a little crazy, but that's okay. It's still carrots. It's okay, because you know what? Whoever gets that card is not going to know, and all they're going to see is those little carrots, and they're going to go, oh, oops, look at that. Do y'all have this problem when you pull your Stampin' Blends apart? They sit, I don't know if it's because we're in the South with all the humidity, or if it happens to other people, but you just got to squish it back together. But sometimes it can get a little irritating, you know. I don't know why I did that one. I want the dark there. All right, so this is Pool Party. I'll come back with my dark. On the water, and then we'll color this in. I'm gonna color the water. Pool Party, since he's dancing in the rain, and my pool party is drying out, so I think it's time to order a new one. All right, I'm gonna kind of leave that where it looks like it's kind of sparse. Okay, and then we're gonna color. Let's go ahead and, oh, you know what? I need the black too. I'm gonna have to hang on one second. Let me get the black. Forgot for his nose. Oh my goodness. Okay, good thing everything's close at hand. All right, let's go ahead and let's color his jacket. So I'm going to do that. And this is the Pumpkin Pie Dark. So I'm just going to come in and just kind of make some little marks where the artist has. Probably do a little bit of shading kind of down towards the bottom and of his jacket. And then we'll pull that in and probably do some up here too under his chin. And we'll pull that in with our Pumpkin Pie Light. So, all right, so there's that. Let's color him in. And this is just, you know, it's really easy. And just remember that It doesn't have to be perfect because we know what we're doing. The person that's receiving this has no idea what this card is supposed to look like. So just remember that, so you don't want to get stressed out. This is supposed to be fun, right? We're supposed to be enjoying our coloring and whatever else it is that we're doing. So I've got my class has been advertised. I've got 2 classes, beginner classes scheduled for April 5th. I've got one in the morning and one in the afternoon for 2 hours. And so right now, I think one class as of yesterday, I think one class had like 6 people. I capped it at 12 because I knew I could do 3 tables of 4. And if they're beginners, you know, of course, I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time. So, but anyways, we'll see how many people sign up for it. So I'm excited. So I just have to make sure that they all understand that when we start doing all this, I'm going to make the cards for them that are going to be fairly easy until I understand what their skill level is. And if it goes around, it's popular, then I'll be able to offer a class that's going to be for experienced crafters. And that's where we can get in and start doing more, you know, bossing, cutting and pasting and bossing and all that stuff. So anyways, I'm looking forward to it. Plus, it'd be nice to get out and meet people in person, you know, with my stamping. It's been a long time because I haven't had an opportunity to do that. This is dark crumb cake, just to let you know in case you're wondering. And let's see, I think that's good. I don't think I'm going to do there. I think that's it. And then I'm going to come back with the light and color him in. Good Lord, these things, I must be getting weak as I get older. Do you all find that it's getting harder and harder to open things? My goodness. All right, so I'm just going to color in and try to blend some of the darker. I'll probably come back if I need to have some more shading. So we'll look at it and see how it does. But I'm just doing the light crumb cake through here. And I'm using the little nub pen because it's such a small area. I'm always afraid if I use the bigger tip, you know, I'm going to get it all over the place, right? So anyways, so we're just going to color. And it's fun. It's very relaxing. I enjoy doing this. And I've taken my watercolor pencils home. I've got a little coloring book that a small book that I use that when I'm sitting around, if I get bored of reading or whatever and I'm not here, I'll do some watercoloring with my pencils. It's fun. Oh, and one thing too, we have a new kit coming out tomorrow, an all-inclusive kit. I put it in my newsletter, so if you get my newsletter, you probably should you would have seen it. Beautiful cards. It's kaleidoscope, and you can actually mix and match the papers, and it makes 9 cards. It's a little bit more expensive, but it comes with a really nice stamp set. It's $32 for the kit, but it looks like it's got a lot of stuff, so I'll order that. Can't order it until tomorrow, just to like, oops, what am I doing? I got to color his legs. I know, thank you. I miss, not only do I miss my ladies that used to come to my house, but I miss my team members too, because a lot of them, you know, we'd have meetings, or they would also come to my classes, and of course, can't do that. I mean, I try to do online stuff, but I really just post things on the Facebook page for them. So anyways, but it'd be nice to get back into having, you know, like a social life, if you will. Because, you know, it's hard when you move places, right? You don't know anybody. I mean, we've been here for a while, and not that I'm afraid to talk to people, but I'm sure most of y'all can probably relate. It's harder, I think, for women. I mean, unless you're doing something like this or you're in a group, like an art group or some kind of function, it's hard for us to meet, you know, to meet people and make friends. At least I think it is. But I'm easy too, so I talk to anybody. And of course, having a dog, when you walk around, oh my goodness, you know, people here, they all love dogs, so that makes it even better. So I get to talk to people all day long when I'm outside. You know, I'll sit and talk to them for hours. But anyways, all right, so I'm going to stamp this. It looks like spring, so I'm going to stamp this right above his little head and ears. So this really is an easy card. So let's close that up. I guess it's got black on me. All right, and now we'll put our card together, and let's see how we do here. So I'm just going to use my Tombow, and and I'm just going to place everything flat. I could pop up. Come on. I don't know why I have problems with this glue. This one right here just does not, and I pulled the gunk out of it thinking I had it ready to go for tonight, and it's still gunked up. Here we go. I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, can't remember. That's a sign of old age, isn't it? I'm going to be 65 in June, you guys. I'm getting Medicare stuff in the mail. It seems like oh my God, every day there's something comes in the mail or email about Medicare. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys quit rubbing it in my face. So, but anyways, all right, so we're going to put that there. It probably, that thing looks like it's crooked, doesn't it? Looks like I cut it crooked. Oh, well, it's okay. It might look cute popped up, though, on Dimensional. I might pop it up. I think we'll do that. We'll pop that little guy up. So we're going to put some glue on this little guy. But anyways, yeah, so 65. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I thought 40. When I was younger in the year 2000, I was going to be 40. And I thought, oh, my God, when I was younger, I thought that's an old age. And now I'm thinking that's not old at all, right? We're young. Okay, I'm going to pop this up. I think that might... Yeah, let's pop it up. Why not? Looks like we might need something right there. Does that look kind of naked? Do we need a little green thing there? What do y'all think? Oh, you're in denial? I'm not in denial. I just think, oh, God. You try to get moving. You try to do some exercising. I'm telling you, the people down here I talk to, they will tell you, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I've been talking... I've met these ladies before. There was 2 ladies the other day that they have their walkers. They push them on wheels. And they walk around. They do 3 loops around the smaller area. And one of the ladies was 93 years old. So I have no excuse. You know what? I have no excuse. So I do try when I'm down here on the island in the studio. I do get out and try to walk along the water with the dog at least twice, if not 3 times. And that helps me get my steps in. But we walk in the morning and then at night and all that stuff. But still, I need to start doing more strength exercising is what I need to do. And probably should join the ladies at the pool because they do water aerobics. And that's always fun. All right, hang on. I got my rabbit on here crooked because I'm too busy talking. It's kind of hard. I need to, let me stand up so I can look at it. Hang on, bud. Come on, bunny. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I just want to get him on here so it looks straight. There we go. All right, so there's our card. Isn't he cute? I think it's cute. And then you could add whatever if you want to put some bling and everything. And then I did have a piece for the inside, but oh well. You could always, when you put your inside piece, you could always stamp a little carrot down in the bottom. All right, so there's our first card. Welcome to the older generation. Thanks, Kathy. I'm on the younger end of the scale here. You have to be 60 to move in here, which I thought was pretty interesting. In the villages, not that it was a, it's not a life care facility area community like this one is. This place takes you from now through the end of life, and if you have to go to assisted living or memory care, there's no additional cost. So that's the nice thing. We looked at several places in the villages, and that wasn't how it worked. So. Anyways, but it's nice. It's small. It's a very smaller community. It's 725 acres, but there's only like not even 3,000 people that live here. And there's a lot of activities. They keep you busy. If you want to stay busy, they give you lots of activities to do here. So you can't complain. My husband and I were talking the other day about how many musical shows that we've been to. We've seen more classical shows here than we have probably, I can't even tell you when, But it's fun. I enjoy it. Okay, so that was our first card. Here's the second card. Now this one, I thought I copied this off of Pinterest, and I honestly did not write the person's name down, and I should have to give them credit. But I thought, what a clever way to make it look like trees. Now the only thing I wish I could figure out is how to do some grass down here, which I probably could have done this little, that crazy piece right here. I could have put that down there probably to make it look like grass, but anyways. Not going to worry about that. So that's what we're doing. We're going to take mint macaron, shaded spruce, and pear pizzazz. And these are a little awkward, but I'm going to try to stamp them a little bit better in a row. And that's all I'm doing is stamping those on here and then tie in some baker's twine, and then we'll stamp the sentiment. And that sentiment is coming from Celebrate Sunflowers. I got to start pulling my stuff out. I've got stamp sets we haven't used in a long time, and they need some love. So, and I love this set, and it was so easy. We tend to get caught up in all the new stuff, I think when the new catalog comes out, I think I'm going to make a vow to do new stuff and to do like I don't want to say old, but like from the mini, from the annual catalog, mini catalog, or whatever, right? Anyways, okay, so we're going to go ahead. This is Evening Evergreen. And I think I mentioned this to you guys before. I love this color. And I know it's an in color and it's supposed to be going away. And I hope that they, everybody's talking about them doing a refresh on our colors. I think we did one 5 or 6 years ago. I hope they add this to the green family because I really do love this color. I mean, I just really do. And I love shaded spruce. This is one of my favorite colors too. All right, so 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we're going to take our white piece, 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to take our large carrot, if I can find him, there he is, and we're going to just start stamping. And then we need the little baby one because we're going to do a big one and then a little one in between. At least I'm going to try to do that. This time I'm going to try to get closer to the edge. This one I had to come back and add him at the last minute because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to try to do this much better. So I'm going to open all of my colors because I want to stamp them all in a row, and then that way I'll have it ready. So I think what I'm going to do, because the mint, this is mint and this is shaded spruce. So I think what I'm going to do is try to do like shaded spruce and then pear and try to separate the three, okay? So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with, let's do a big carrot in shaded spruce. So let's do that. So I'm going to just take him and get him inked. And if it's too dark, we can stamp off, right? So I'm going to just, give me a minute. I'm going to stamp here for just a second. Let's see how dark he is. That's a little bit dark, don't you think? So if I stamp it a second time, it's a little bit lighter. So I think I might do, let's do one that's going to be dark. So let's go ahead and do one dark one. So I'm going to try to get him close to the edge as I can. We'll sit him there. Okay. And then I've got to clean him now because we're going to go into, I'm going to do the pear and then I'll come in with the mint macaron. Okay. So, and you can do whatever colors. And the next one, if you looked at the picture, you'll see that that one we're doing all sorts of dark colors. Just give me a second. I'm gonna stamp this off because okay, that was fine. I get bubbles in mine every now and then. Do y'all do that? Oh, I need to do a little one, don't I? Hang on. Let's do what? You know what? Let me do the big ones and then we'll come back and fill in with the little ones. I'll leave enough room, and then we'll pick our color. Maybe I'll do a mint one for the small one. All right, so let's do the pear pizzazz. All right, and we're going to clean that, and then we'll come back and do our mint macaron, and we're going to stamp that one there. All right, yeah, that looks good, mint macaron, and then we can always lift them up. So this time, let's do a shaded, and let's stamp off a little bit. So we'll do shaded. I'm going to pull him up just a little bit. Okay, and we got to clean, and then we're going to do another pear. Now see how the colors are all kind of looking the same, aren't they? So we're going to do a pear right there. All right, now we'll come back and do the little baby carrot, and he's right here. So let's do a little cabana right here. I'm not cabana. I'm sorry, mint macaron. I'm thinking cabana. All right, so there's a mint. Clean this one off. I just thought this was pretty clever. All right, so here we probably need a little shaded one, right? So let's do that. Let's stamp him off because he is kind of, whoopsie. Let's do that again. Should we take, no, let's leave it dark. We'll just put him in there dark. There we go. And then we're going to come back to the next one, and we're going to do the pear pizzazz. We'll try to squeeze him in right about there. Whoops, let me see if I can get the bottom. There we go. That doesn't look too bad, does it? And you know what we could have done? I could, make the sky up here if we wanted. We could blend that and have a little bit of sky there. You know what? Why don't we try that? What do y'all think? Should we try the sky? Make a little sky, and then I can stamp the sentiment in the sky. Can't hurt anything, right? Let's do that. Let me grab the Balmy Blue, and I'm going to grab a blend, and let's just do a quick blend. All right, so let's get Balmy Blue because that makes a good sky. Let's do that. That way it might not look so naked. Like, what is that person doing with that stuff right there, right? So let's go ahead. Let's move these guys out of the way. And we've got our paper here. So let's go ahead and make, see, you can just do, you know, we can do what we want. Let's get some, this is balmy blue. I think I got it on the navy. Let's just add a little bit of sky to it. That might help bring it. Maybe we could do some, put a little bit of grass or something at the bottom. So let's just put a little bit of sky here. See, it can't hurt. That really is going to add to it anyways. Because it did look kind of pale, you know, like it was missing something. I think that'll look good. I think that looks fine. Okay, I think I like it that way. All right, now we're going to put him over there, put that one over there so it can get washed. Okay, now we're going to stamp our sentiment in Memento Black. And I think I'm going to stamp off because I think that one looked a little dark. And this is Let's Celebrate You. And let's see, if we stamp off, I'm just going to try it and see what it looks like if I stamp it off. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just go full bore. Okay. And I got to get the U. It's not got ink on it. Okay, so we're going to put this right about here. Perfect. I think I like the blue on there. I think I could have even brought it down a little bit more if I wanted, but I think that looks fine. At least it gives it some, we could always bring a little bit more underneath, but that's okay. But you get the gist of it, and I just think it really adds to that. That's really pretty. All right, now we're going to take our baker's twine, or twine, I guess I shouldn't call it baker's twine. And we're going to wrap it around twice, and then we're going to tie a bow. So I'm just going to leave me enough where I can do that. And I'm just going to wrap it and then bring it up here. I'm going to cut it. I turned the air conditioner up. Now I'm sweating to death. And I'm going to do a crisscross and then tie it. And once I get it tied, then I can adjust the thread. So you don't have to worry about it being exact. You can just move everything around once you get it where you want it to be. And I need to bring a little bit more of the twine over here so I can tie my bow. But I want the bow. So we're going to go like that, bring this piece over. All right, and then once I tie it, we'll slide it around. So we'll just get the bow on here first. I know, here we go. Hold your breath. She's all thumbs again when it comes to this stuff here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. She looks like a pro. Okay, let's slide it. So I just bend the card a little bit so I can get it to whatever side I want my bow on. And then I'm going to separate my twine to give it that X look. And then I'm going to take, well, we don't want that up all the way there. Let's see. Let's get that done first. Let's get this guy out of here. And I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. I think I do my stuff upside down. I think I probably should turn the paper upside down and then my bows probably wouldn't be all twisted up. I'm going to trim this just a little bit. You know I have ribbon scissors because I brought them over here, and we'll trim that one up just a tad. All right, so I think, let's move this out of the way. That doesn't look too bad. We'll get that. I think I'm going to bring it down. Actually, we should, see how he's flopping upside down? That's what my bows do, because I think I tie them, for whatever reason, when I tie them, maybe I should loop them the different way, but they always look like, I don't know what they do. Anyways. That's not too bad. He's kind of loopy, but this one right here is getting on my nerves because he's all, see how twisted he is? So it's got to be somehow the way that I'm holding the thread. So if you all have any suggestions on my twisty bows, be more than happy to share because I'm open. I'm all open. All right, so anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to leave it like that, and I can play with that later. So we're going to just, we're going to add this one with just our tombow. We're not going to bump it up or anything. So let's go ahead and get our adhesive on here. But see how easy this is making? So if you have any kind of a stamp similar, you know, with just a kind of a weird image, you don't know what to do with it, there's, you know, it just doesn't take a lot. We just, sometimes I think we overthink things, you know. So we will put that on here. And I do like the blue on there. I'm glad that we did that. All right, so let's get that straight. Oh, I know why my Let's Celebrate looks crooked. I'm doing everything crooked. Probably because I'm sitting down. I really need to stand up. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I kind of like that. All right, and let's add some of our pastel adhesive sequins here. And we'll put some of the gold, if I can get them out of here. Here we go. Come on. It doesn't matter. Let's just grab a page of them. And we'll just, whoopsie. Whoa, he doesn't want to cooperate, does he? He's jumping all over the place. All right, let's put one up here. Do like I did before. We'll put one down here. And we'll do our third one. Put him over here under the U. There. Isn't that cute? Very quick and easy. Quick and easy card. All right, and then of course the inside, which I don't have a piece of paper, but you could always stamp a tree in the bottom if you wanted, or the upside down carrot, and put a little, put some grass or something around him. So there is our second card. Isn't that cute? I just thought that was really adorable. All right, so there's our second one, and you can see this one I stamped off on some of these, so you can see the difference in the colors. I like this one better in the sense that I've got them more even. All right, so that's that one. Okay, now we're going to come on to the next one. Give me just a second. Oh, there's my inside piece. No wonder I couldn't find it. Okay, now here's the one that we're going to do. Isn't this cute? Got our different colored carrots there. Don't do bows, just tie a knot. Oh, that's a good, well, you know what I could do is just wrap the thing around and then do a, what do you call it, a fake bow, where you just take the piece, just a string, and tie it into a knot. Sometimes I don't think. All right, so this is the card that we're going to do. And let me get my directions out so I can give you all these measurements. We've got a lot of ink we're going to be using. And I'll go over that with you in just a second as well. So let me get my stuff over here and get everything organized. Okay. So this one we're using thick thick Baker's, oh my gosh, thick basic white. And this paper is the free celebration one, the one that has, I'll show you all those pretty flowers. So we're going to use the back of that paper. But isn't that cute? So that matches. I love this paper. I'm going to have to do some one sheet wonders with that too. All right, so we're going to let me pull my stuff out of my envelope. Okay, now the dog's moving around. Okie dokie, so this is what we're going to do. And then, of course, on the inside. Now, this, I'm going to do these a little bit different because I don't like the way when I did this. Anyways, we'll do that different because I don't like the way that looks. All right, so we've got the white. This is regular basic white because I ran out of thick basic white. But normally, for the card base, you probably want to use the thick because obviously it's thicker and it will stand up a little bit better. But you can do what you want. Okay, so this piece here is 1/2 inch. And it's by 5 1/2, but I always cut mine a little bit longer because I want to be able to make sure I can get it, and then the edges are going to line up. And then this is 4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to lay this one down on top, and then this one's going to cover up just a little bit and cover the whole front of the card. And then we've got this piece here, which is, hang on, I'll tell you, multicolor. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then, well, this is the one that we're going to stamp the carrots on. This is my scrap to do my sentiment, and this is for the inside of my card. All right, so let's go ahead and add this to the card base. And I am going to add, let me get my craft mat here. I'm going to use the liquid glue. And again, this is 1/2 inch. So this is another way that you can use up scraps too, right? So you can put this right along the one of the other sides of your card and use up your scraps, and then you can, I'm not going to go all the way to the end because I'm going to cut those off. But that way you can, if you've got scraps laying around, this is another way you can use up your scraps. All right, so we're going to lay this right here, and I'm going to let a little bit hang over the edge, and then I'm going to come back and cut it with my snip. So I just want to get this on here. and I want to try to slide it over. And that's the one thing about the multi-purpose glue, the Tombow, is it does give us, and I've got a piece of orange there, but you're not going to see that because we're going to cover it up. So I must have had some inky on my hands. All right, so we're going to let that go there. And I think that's good. All right, so I'm just going to snip this off, make sure I've got enough. Yeah, I got glue on there. All right, and I always like to open my card, and I'm going to just trim off this way. I know that I've got enough to go edge to edge, and it will look perfect in that respect. Okay. All right. Okie doke. So there's that. And now we'll go ahead and add this piece. And we'll add that. And isn't this beautiful? You hate to cover up these flowers. Excuse me, I did not use this paper as much as I wish I would have. So we may have to do some one sheet wonders. We'll do that. That'll be fun. I'll make a bunch of the cards in advance, and then we'll just make one or two, and that way we can do a one sheet wonder. All right, so I'm going to lay this on here, and then I normally stand my card up so I can get it all the way, so I know the bottom is even, and make sure my sides are even. And then we'll just trim off because I can see I've got a little bit right there hanging over, which is fine. And then I'll just come back, and I could actually leave that, but that would probably drive me crazy. I probably should leave it, but we'll just do a little trim. No one's going to notice that it's there. I probably should have left it alone, actually, because now it might look kind of, anyways, we'll fix it. Okay. All right, so there we go with that. That's our base. Okay, so I'm going to set that off to the side. Let's bring in this guy. Now, we've got a lot of colors that we're going to be using. So, here we go. Let me get them in order that I need them so I don't get confused. All right, we are using, I think I have, this is the green. Hold on a second. This is green. All right, those are for my leaves. All right, so we're going with Pale Papaya, which is this one. And then we're using Mango Melody, which is this one. And then we're doing Pumpkin Pie, Mary Merlot, and this is Blackberry Bliss. And this I stamped off because that's, you know, Blackberry Bliss is a dark color, right? So here's our colors that we're going to be working with for our carrots. All right. So I'm just going to put these in the order so I don't forget. I'm going to put them right there, and we're just going to do one at a time. And then we'll stamp our carrots, and then we'll come back and do our leaves. And I'm going to try to figure out something that looks better because that looks kind of funky. All right, so, and we're not going to add, well, we will add this little piece here. See how I did? Let me see. You probably can't see it here, but we're going to use the Blackberry Bliss on these two, and then I'm going to use, I think it's Pumpkin Pie. Yeah, Pumpkin Pie on those three for the little, whatever you call that. Makes the carrot look like it's a little bit more whatever. Okay, I know. Isn't that like good terminology, right? Okay, that's called Stampin' Lingo 101. All right, so let's get our carrots. Let me make sure I don't stamp them like a tree. All right, so this is Pale Papaya. So this one we're going to stamp, whoopsie, hang on. We're going to stamp this one full strength. So, and I'm trying to get them a little bit more hunched together like I did on that one. So we're just going to start here. And I'm sitting down, so bear with me. All right, so we're going to put one right here. All right, that's Pale Papaya. So you can see how light that is, right? All right, now we're going to come in with Mango. So let me clean. That's my chamois. All right, so we're going to clean that. And then we're going to come in with our Mango. And I'm trying to get them close enough so it does look like they're kind of bunched up. All right, so you see that? All right, so, and that's okay because we're going to add some color, and that's going to, it's going to give our, that's giving our carrot some character. All right, now we're going to come in with Pumpkin Pie. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of ink we're using here, huh? But it's cute. All right, whoops, got to get all our pumpkin on there. Hang on, okay. And now we'll do our pumpkin. So we're going to put him right about there. Okay. And we're going to clean that one off. And then we are going to use Mary Merlot. And Now mine, I don't know, I don't use this color much, but mine looks like it's drying out. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think the Mary Merlot, I think I'm going to leave it full strength. I think we'll do that. I'm going to put him right about there. I like that color though. Yeah, that is. I should have probably stamped off a little bit. That's all right. We're definitely going to have to stamp off on the next one. Okay. And as I mentioned before, when you use these dark red colors, spray your Stampin' Mist on directly on your photopolymer, and that will help to eliminate some of that color that's hanging on there. Okay, so now this one, this is the Blackberry Bliss, but this is dark. Look at this. Look how dark this is. Now we're gonna stamp it off. Look at that. Isn't that dark? That's almost as dark as that. And then if we come back, see how we'll get a lighter color? So I'm gonna stamp it dark, and then I'll come back. Now we might have a little blotch. Hang on. Yeah, I don't like that. Let me clean this. I got too much ink on that part. Hold on. All right, we're gonna stamp it. All right, we're gonna go off, and then we'll stamp one. I still did the same thing. He's gonna have a blob. That's all right. He's gonna have a blob on him, but that's okay. All right, so there's our carrots. All right, now, whoops, I need this color. So now what we're gonna do, let me clean the thing off again. We're going to take our little, oh, you know what? Hang on a minute. Let me find my, hold on. I got to get the little, no, I don't need the little one. Hang on. Okay. So we're going to take the piece that's given it their like depth or whatever. Okay. Now on these two here, Mary Merlot and the Blackberry Bliss, we are going to put Blackberry Bliss on these. So I'm going to, which I probably should have, but this should be fine. All right, so this is Blackberry Bliss. Now I have to stand up to do this because you've got to try to line this up there and then get this to come along the right side of your carrot, right? So sometimes it works for me and sometimes it didn't. So we're just going to have to see what happens. And I'm trying to line it up and I think that's good. All right, so we've got that little thing there. And then we're going to ink this up again, and now we're going to do it to the Mary Merlot. And we should be able to see on this one, I can tell I did it off. I can tell I got the top off, but it gives you a little bit. I knew I got that one off, but I'm not worried about it. All right, so we're going to clean this, and now we're going to do pumpkin pie on the next three, because those are much lighter shades, right? So let me clean my fingers and not make sure. All right, now we're going to come in with our pumpkin pie, and we're going to stamp this little guy. So we're going to come here. Let me stamp and make sure I got color off. Okay. All right, so let's come in and let's do our pumpkin pie. Now this one I can actually see through it because it's not quite as dark as the other ones, right? So let's see how that does. See how much easier that looks? All right, now we're going to come over the mango. And again, you just have to try to line it up the best you can. And I'm trying. And that's why I said that little mark right there. Look, see, I got off a little bit, but again, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm trying to, and if we don't like this, we can flip our paper over, right? So I'm trying to gauge by looking at the top of the stamp and getting the point down on the carrot. Now, see how that's off? I don't know if I like that, so I think I'm going to flip it over. If y'all are all right, we got a couple of minutes. I think we can do it. I'm going to flip it over, you guys. Try it one more time, because that's going to drive me crazy. That's a little bit off. That's a little much. So let's, let me find my big carrot again. Oh, here he is. All right, we're going to do it one more time. Bear with me. All right, so we've got, what is this? Pumpkin. Let me get the, all right, Blackberry Bliss. We'll just start on the opposite side since I got all the colors right here. Let's try one more time, and then maybe I can get these. All right, we're going to stamp off because he's really dark. I'm going to put him right there. Ooh, that's a good color. I did that one good. All right, maybe we'll do the same thing. Maybe we'll take Mary Merlot and we can maybe cut, let's see. We could stamp him off. Maybe we'll stamp off just a little bit and get, yeah, I think that looks good. All right, it won't take long. Once we get the carrots on here, we just have to do the tops. So, We won't be here till 8:30, that's for sure. All right, now we're going to come in with our pumpkin because that was the middle one. So let's do our pumpkin. All right, and we're going to get him right there. Pumpkin. Flip my scrubby over. All right, so we need these two left out. Mary Merlot can go to here. Now we're going to do Mango Melody. We'll do this one more time. So this is giving y'all a second way to look at how this is done. Of course, my carrots are now hanging off the edge because I went too low, but that's all right. All right, so we got Mango Melody. And then we're going to do our Pale Papaya. Clean that off. All right, so, and then you can, you know, whatever color carrots, because I know carrots do come in that darker color, right? So we'll do this one about like that. There we go. All right, now let's see what we can do with those lines again. So let's clean this guy, switch our little stemmy thing, see if I can do any better. All right, let's do our pumpkin pie. So we'll go ahead and line this guy up. All right, so we're going to line this one up, and hopefully I can see. Oh, that's better. Oh, much better. Much better. Keep my fingers crossed. All right, we're going to do one here. I don't know why I cleaned that. That was dumb. All right, we're going to do one right about here. I think what you have to do is line up the bottom first. Yeah, that's why. See, if you line up this tip right there, that does it. And then this one we're going to do, so that's what you have to do. So here I was trying to line up the top first, and you have to line up the tail. Look at that. All right, so we've got that. So that worked out, huh? Okay, let's clean that off. All right, now we're going to bring in our Blackberry Bliss, and we're going to stamp this guy. I think I'm going to leave that on full strength on this one. I think that's going to look good. So we're going to line that up and push down on that one. Oh yeah, that looks real good. And then we'll do one more on the Mary Merlot. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, we got our carrots. Now we have to do our tops. Let me clean the ink off that. Okay, let's move these out of the way. Now we're going to bring in our Parakeet Party and Old Olive. And I've got this little funky little thing here. Oh no! What happened? Hang on. Disconnecting camera will interrupt the... What happened? Oh no! What happened? What happened? Am I not on camera? Hold on, guys. All right, hang on. Somehow I've lost my camera. Hang on a minute. I'm not sure what happened. Hold on. Let me get back in here. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. Share this camera. Hang on. Let me get back over. I don't know what in the world happened with my camera. Don't go nowhere. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me flip this guy over. All right, hang on. I gotta push it back in the thing. Bear with me. See if that's gonna work. All right, is it not working? Okay. Can y'all see? Are you there? I am so sorry. I don't know what you missed. I didn't realize that somehow the camera got, I don't know if it was the internet connection or what. I am so sorry. Hopefully y'all are still there. Let me get back to the comments. Hang on. I don't want to hit any wrong buttons. Okay, I hear you, but it's a black screen. All right, can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? It might take a minute, but I'm showing that I'm back live with the camera. I hope I'm still live. It says I'm live and I'm showing my camera. So, okay, I'm back. Yay! All right, so we have, I don't know what part you missed, but we got all this done. Sorry. We're doing Old Olive and Parakeet Party. Now, I was putting the Old Olive on here, and I don't like how I did this. I was trying to put these little sprigs, and I'm wondering, oh, thanks. Sorry, you guys. Somehow, I don't know what happened to my camera. Maybe I should put these off on the back side just so they show, or maybe I should just do the Old Olive. I'm going to do olive first, and then we'll figure it out if I want to do those green. I don't know. Those little green things, I wasn't too thrilled with that. So let's just do some, right now, let's just do some Now I'm going to have all this excess room up here. All right, let's just do some, hang on a minute. Let's see. I don't know if I want that dark or not. Let's do a little bit off. Okay, let's stamp the carrot there. And I don't know about if I want that parakeet in there or not. I was trying to like add some little difference to it. Of course, now my things are, all my carrots got the same length. And I was trying to fill in, but maybe I should have done those. See, this is like this little spriggy thing. Let me put some ink on it. Hang on. And I don't know if that's going to look right or not. Maybe I should just leave it alone. Or I guess I could use that. No, I couldn't. So look, can you see this one? Can you see that? I don't know if I should chance it, because if I put it in here, I mean, I could see it's going to go over top, and I don't know if I want to do that. But it feels like it's naked, you know, like it needs a little something. And I could you know, I could put this here, and I could stamp a little. Why don't we try? Let me see what this looks like. And if this looks goofy, then I'm not going to do anymore. Let's cover this up. Let's just put a little bit, just to give it some color. I don't know if I like that. Oh, I don't know. Now I've got it on there, so I'm going to have to put it in there. I'm not going to do this. Hang on. Let me just put my, cover up that part right there, and I'm just going to do those little guys one more time. See, I don't know. I don't think I like that. I gotta do something now because I got little twigs there. Actually, let's see if I can do, let me see what this will look like. Maybe I can fill it in with this thing. Yeah, why don't we just do it this way? We'll just make it look like there's some bunches. That way it kind of fills in the gaps. And I could always come up a little bit higher if I needed to. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't like it, but it's gonna have to stay that way. Don't like it, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right, enough of that mess. Okie doke. Now we're going to add some of our, I know, go higher like the original. Oh, go higher up here with that parakeet color? Are you saying like that? You think I should do it like that? So like up in that area, tell me, do you think that would look all right to do that? Like that? I could try it. What do y'all think? Because I could add that, you know, put it like that up there. What do y'all think? I think I'm going to leave it for now. Next time I make another one of these, I'll try that. Because see, this one I think I got a little too happy-cappy with it, you know. I was stamping all over. That, I think I was fine as long as I didn't do that mess right there. But I think I'm going to leave that right there. I'm just going to not mess with it, because knowing me, I'll screw it up. So, okay, let's see. We're going to get our thread, oh my goodness, what is this? Our natural finish trim. So I'm going to chop this. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to cut it right about here. And we're going to glue this down. And then I think, actually I'm going to get my seal. And then I'm going to fray the end, not this end. Let me cut this one so it's a little bit straighter. It's going to fray on both sides, so I'm not sure why I'm worried about it. All right, so let's put some adhesive on this. I'm going to put it on here. Just see, now I'm fraying both ends because I'm sticking my fingers on the glue. All right, that's all right. No problemo. We'll, actually, let's do it this way. And I'll just trim this little guy off again. All right, so we're going to put him, I'm going to put this right about here. And if it frays on both sides, I'm not going to worry about it. And we're going to lay that right there. And then we're going to kind of fray him up a little bit, and I'll just trim off these little pieces so it starts fraying. Get some little, you know, the little frayed pieces. We'll cut that right in the center. I think that will help. All right, and we'll cut this off. Let's see. Pull one more thread. All right, let's trim those off. We're almost done, ladies. And if there's any gentlemen on here, gentlemen, but let's just trim that off, and we'll trim that one off. There we go. All right, so we're going to leave that there. It's probably going to keep fraying, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to stamp our sentiment in Evening Evergreen. And I've got my scrap right here, and it's going to say everything is coming up carrots. And we're going to stamp that right on here, my scrap. And then we're going to use our fancy, I think it's the, hang on, I'll tell you what the name of it is in just a second here. Label Me Fancy. We're going to use the Label Me Fancy punch. And we're going to punch this out. So we'll line it up in here. Make sure it's straight and even. I think that's good. All right. And then we have that. All right, so now we're going to add some dimensionals to this. We'll find them. And we'll put a couple on here. Actually, we probably can get away with, oh, here's another one. Probably just need two. We'll put two on there. And before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add this to our card base. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to put that on dimensionals too. So hold on a minute. We're just going to put them all on dimensionals. Okay. So we're going to place that. Whoopsie. I'm going to place that one right about there. Okay. And then this is that, the 3 twine combo pack. And it's got, I think this is Coastal Cabana. Yeah, garden green and pumpkin pie. So we're going to make a bow out of the pumpkin pie and take a glue dot, which I know I have some right here. So we'll take a glue dot and we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to put that down. I'm going to roll it up just a little bit, kind of like in a little circle. And I'm going to put it right there so that my baker's twine will stick to it. Move this back out of the way. So I'm trying to be organized, but I tell you, I'll clean all my stuff up before I leave at night because I hate coming in here when it's a mess. So I'm just going to tie a bow. I'm wondering if I should, maybe I should go this way. Well, this doesn't matter because I can flip my bow around. All right, so there's that. So let's pull my bows in. Hang on a minute. We're going to leave this one with a good size loop. All right, we'll trim that one up. Which way does it look better? I guess we'll pull the tails down this way. All right, hold on. This one needs to come down just a tad. Okay. All right, we're going to put him right about there, right on that little glue dot. So that's going to make him stick. All right, and then we are going to add dimensionals to the back of our card. And I am almost out, so what I'm not out, but what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut the strips off because we don't want to waste stuff, right? So let's just we'll just put a strip on it. We'll strip it right there. Don't want to waste, that's for sure. And then we'll cut it here and cut here. And then I'll put that right there, and I'm gonna put a little bit down in the down in the corner. I know I had to order more dimensionals too. I didn't realize it. I usually keep about 4 packages, and I looked in my drawer and I was like, oh my god, I don't have that many left. And we'll just put some of these in here. I'm gonna put 2 up top, which I think will be fine, and then I'm always like to put some in the middle so it doesn't sink, but you all probably do the same thing, right? Okay, hang on, we got this guy. Doesn't want to give up the back side. All right, so now just peel these little guys off. Oh, I guess I need to put one down there, don't I? Oh my goodness. This is going to have more dimensionals on here than Carter's Got Pills. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's get all these guys pulled off. And then we'll be done with our card. We're going to do the inside. And of course, you can always stamp your carrots on the back of your, the flap of your envelope. You could always stamp a carrot or something like that if you wanted. Or you could find some of this paper and add that paper to the back. That would be nice. I didn't think about that, or I would have pulled a piece up. And I think we got it all, right? Yep, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and add this right, yeah, see, it looks like it needs something right up there, doesn't it? All right, so we're gonna add that right about there. Okay, and there's that. And then what I will do is we have this piece that we cut off when we cut this paper. I'm just gonna put it right down here at the bottom just to try to decorate the inside of the card a little bit. So we'll go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive to this. And the dog's getting antsy. She's moving around. She's probably ready to go home and get her snack. All right, and this is not quite cut at 4 1/4, but I'm gonna leave it with a little bit of the white showing. And then we've got that piece we've used up. So there you go. There is our card with the carrots. Let's pull in the bunny rabbit that we did. And then let's pull in our trees. So there you go. What do y'all think? I thought they turned out pretty good. I like the blue on this one because it's really, look at the difference that makes. This one just looks kind of plain Jane. That one at least looks like it's got a little bit of sky. I still think something needs to go up there, but I'm afraid if I start stamping, I'm going to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday evening with me and watching me create these fancy little carrots and the little rabbit. So you got a couple hours if you need to go purchase anything and get celebration items. And thank you again for spending Tuesday with me. I will post the picture of my dog in her little chair jail. I'll post that in the morning. And what else was I going to post? Something else, right? Wasn't there something else I was going to post? I don't remember. Anyways, I can't remember. What else was I going to post? I can't remember. But anyways, and then also I'll put the date out for our next creation anticipation. We'll probably do that in the middle of March. All right. Thank you again for watching me. I hope you've enjoyed these cards. And if you have your Thanks a Bunch stamp set, now you can create some different cards. And if you do, make sure you share them with me or us. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. And I will see you next Tuesday.